Guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be reacting to top 15 scariest Ouija board videos.
As far as the early 1400s, the only solid proof comes from the mid-1840s, when mediums, witches, and Satanists began using the boards more commonly. It's a safe and common assumption that Ouija boards as we know them today are not as genuine as the ones from 2 centuries ago. The point is, you are opening yourself up to the other side. It doesn't matter what channel you're using. If you allow it to be open for communication, you're letting it be open for many other things. These 15 videos are examples of Ouija proof caught on tape. Some are more convincing and more horrifying than others, but every entry has importance in understanding the negative effects of using the spirit board. Let us know of any crazy experiences you've had with the Ouija. Number 15, Mellowbird. This YouTuber is immensely well known in the horror community, and to anyone with a desire to witness the paranormal. Mellowbird has been active on YouTube since about 2009, and although his channel doesn't center around other content, he gained most of his fame through showing off his home. Mellowbird's house is apparently severely haunted. In fact, his channel's About section simply states, horrific poltergeist activity caught on tape. His most popular videos include furniture being thrown around his home, EVP sessions that reveal chilling voices, and of course, Ouija boards. He often uses the Ouija board as a channel for investigating the haunting of his home, and more often than not, the results are terrifying. One such of Mellowbird's videos shows a small glass breaking as soon as it makes contact with the board.
I would find a better pointer as well. I've been using
Guys, you want to watch this? This is really crazy.
The idea was that because it's so tall, you'd be able to
Watch.
see
No force whatsoever. He did not slam it on the board. No strong force whatsoever. As soon as it touched the board, it just smashed. It's crazy. Don't think he said the cross got set on fire.
Out of the countless Ouija-related videos on this channel, the video uploaded on Halloween 2012 might just take the cake. While we are faced with the usual horrifying evidence such as violently moving objects, disruption in motion sensors and audio recorders, we are also given fire. Towards the end of the video, a small cross placed on the table suddenly bursts into flames.
Where's the cross? Watch. This is just crazy.
Holy shit, I'm not going to just because.
This demonstrates that the spirit or entity haunting Mellowbird's home has some power or control over fire, which could become very dangerous for Mellowbird. This entity could go as far as setting the home on fire or physically harming him. Even stranger and more unsettling is that Mellowbird states, "Do not ever set anything on fire in my home again, or I will have you exorcised." And in the rest of his videos, there's never another fire, meaning this entity apparently listened to this threat and took it seriously, because it wants to be allowed to remain in the home for whatever reason. Number 14, Ouija turns bad for teenage girl. This video was posted in 2011 and seems to be a follow-up to a previous video in which this group played with the board. The cameraman states, "Last time we did this, people on YouTube said we were doing it wrong." The video shows a group of about 5 or 6 young adults walking to a barn of some sort. They begin to play with the board and hear strange noises from within the building, but brush it off as the wind or perhaps an animal. While they do play with the board and use EMF meters, they mostly seem skeptical and even a little annoyed. Despite clear contact with an entity, they ask the spirit to make a noise and a loud bang can be heard in the distance, but again they brush it off as coincidence. The meter begins to go wild, showing a presence and even buzzing. Several more sounds are delivered after a request from the group, and one girl claims to feel footsteps on her back. The group makes the decision to leave the barn, as they're becoming frightened and aren't sure if someone is messing with them. They walk out and clearly state they need to be careful since they're technically trespassing. Shortly after, they're caught by a man with a flashlight that asks what they're doing and chases them down.
Just my little brother's entering the room. Hello!
One girl from the group, Sarah, is nowhere to be found shortly after. While the person that caught them and their friend missing are easily explainable in normal events, the activity seen in the barn is pretty chilling and hard to fake. Number 13, Tanner Fox. This video posted by Tanner Fox in early October 2016 seems to be part of some challenge where famous YouTubers play the Ouija board just for fun. While most of the videos posted by bigger YouTubers were either entirely fake or pretty boring, this one is kind of interesting. While Tanner and his group of friends play with the board, they allegedly make contact with the spirit of a 5-year-old girl who shares her name and a few details about her death. One person in the group Googles the information to check accuracy, from her cause of death to the name of her mother. The spirit seems to be accurate. The spirit of this child was apparently killed by her mother. When asked why her mother killed her, she said she was sad. According to the article, her mother was on antidepressants and her murder may have been related to those mental issues. The group continues to ask questions related to random facts found on the internet, and the spirit continues to get them right. The group later makes contact with another entity which apparently knows details about their friend Elizabeth. She is overcome with emotion as the spirit shares details that only her close friends or family would know, and she begins to cry.
Wait. Who were we just speaking to? Oh, I'm starting to tear up. I'm so scared. Was that Lizzie's grandma? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Sometimes you cannot believe the board because it's probably. Because listen, demons pretend to be loved ones to trap you, and it's just they just want to make you think that it might not be your grandma. It might be an evil spirit trying to bring you into a trap.
This video was posted a few days before the Tanner Fox video, during the same period of bigger YouTubers playing with the board. This video is also a pretty interesting one, not only because of how the group reacts, but because they allegedly make contact with the notorious Zozo.
Guys, if you don't know who Zozo is, he's a demon that can be contacted by using the Ouija board. I would not let you should not use the Ouija board. It is dangerous. It can even cause, like, I watched the ghost hunting program. I think it was Ghost Adventures, and they were dealing with the Zozo demon. It's terrifying. That's what you should never ever try and contact the Zozo demon, because whenever you contact him, you can get scratches, you can get attacked, you can even get possessed.
And turn into a healthy demon.
Guys, did you hear that?
He goes back to sleep and ignores the situation. The next morning, he finds that a box has been thrown off his dining room table onto the floor. This was clearly what made the loud bang the night before, but it's uncertain how the box was moved. His dog seems to react strangely to the box as well. He sniffs at the box and stares at Brennan as if confused. While this wasn't solid evidence for Zozo or any other entities, it can be pretty unsettling if you imagine something like this happening in the middle of the night after playing with something as dangerous as the Ouija board. Number 11, Nosebleed. This video shows two young boys playing the Ouija board in a living room. They ask simple questions, and the answers they received are unsettling, but nothing too horrifying. At some point while asking, "Are there any good spirits here?" they hear a noise behind them, and a large bowl or basket flies off the living room table. The boys freak out, yell, "No, I am done with this," and run from the board while flipping it over.
The bad thing is to leave a Ouija board open.
Commenters have of course pointed out that this was a major problem, because you're never supposed to leave a Ouija board without saying goodbye. Of course, the two young boys later came back to the board.
Yeah, the reason you're supposed to say goodbye, you have to put it down to goodbye, is because you're gonna, the portal will open up and it'll let more spirits out.
In turn, exposed that his nose had just begun bleeding. Just as he turns back to his friend, the Ouija board flies off the small table they were using.
Oh no, I didn't believe in a Ouija boards or any of that until now. This is the 13th time we've tried. All the other 12 times we did this, Nothing happened.
Shortly after, he comes back on camera to warn that he never believed in Ouija boards and did this originally as a joke, but that the board should not be messed with. Number 10, Shaking Chandelier. This video was posted on Facebook in August 2011 by a young girl in Norway. The creepy video received about 4,000 shares as well as over 100,000 views.
4,000 shares, that's
Two
crazy.
teen girls are sitting at a dining room table with their fingers on a homemade Ouija board.
Yeah, you can make homemade Ouija boards, but I would not recommend you making one. It's dangerous.
The girls are, of course, speaking Norwegian or some similar language, so I can't determine what's being said, but they begin to ask questions, and the quarter, or planchette, responds immediately. They remove their hands from the board, a little scared and uneasy. The blonde girl to the right pours herself a glass of soda as they quickly converse. As soon as she sits her glass down and attempts to return to the board, the glass glides over the table quickly, almost falling off.
They are speaking Norwegian, so I won't understand. But I can understand why the glass moving freaked them out by itself. Watch.
Everyone is understandably shocked. They
I
walk
would be.
around and talk things over while visibly emotionally affected. Eventually, they all come back to place and continue their game, using the creepy event to feel
I
the
would never
energy.
use a Ouija board.
They don't play for
Never,
much
ever,
longer
ever.
before
I'm
stopping
never
to
using a
fearfully
Ouija
discuss
board.
the game. Eventually, they hear a slight tap, and the chandelier hanging above
Yeah, the
table
worst thing
begins to
about a
shake
Ouija board is
violently.
because
The girls
most of the
scream
time
and
you're
run
talking
them
to
out of the room.
demons.
Sometimes something can happen, and sometimes something can't.
Yep, it got him this time. Once I'm out of the house.
Number 9, Clear Control. This video was posted by Dorset Ghost in July 2015. The description explains that during investigation, things began to go horribly wrong and one of the crew members became apparently possessed. This particular upload begins in the middle of the investigation with one member saying, "We don't want you to harm us, please spell out your name." The camera begins to automatically move, although it's unclear whether it moves due to the wind or more paranormal reasons. The investigator to the right is becoming more and more unsettled as his breathing increases and he appears to shake and twitch slightly. The camera is knocked over, and when footage resumes, the investigators have switched sides. As the investigator's hand is still on the planchette piece, he instructs that the entity leave this realm. Several lights are then disabled, and the piece begins to
Oh, by the way,
spiral
allegedly,
over
if you put your eye up to the middle of the planchette, you can see the spirit. Apparently. Well, I'm never getting a Ouija board, so.
The movement abruptly stops and the footage ends here. Number 8, Original Footage. This video is, admittedly, hard to keep up with. The video is original footage from 1999 that was sent to a random station or address with no further information included. The quality is understandably low and glitches out several times. The general summary is that there's a group of what appears to be several teens drinking, chatting, and playing games. One of the games that gets pulled out is the Ouija board.
Nope,
Things
I
are
would
fine
not
at
want to
first,
play with
and
that.
after playing with the board, the group returns to chilling and drinking. A few clips pass and the doorbell rings.
Ding
The
dong.
boy, as well as the camera person, go to check the door and see no one is there.
I'd
At
freak
first
out.
It seems like a case of ding dong ditch. But as
Ding
they're
dong
standing at the front
ditch.
door, the bell begins to ring over and over again.
Oh my
The
god,
lights
that is just
flicker as
scary.
well, and the camera glitches severely.
I like this music. Give me a like if you like this music.
It keeps on doing it by itself.
After the terrifying
That's
incident,
freaky.
the group comes together to discuss what happened. Loud knocks can be heard from above or somewhere in the distance. One boy steps forward to the camera and addresses the noise, saying he believes in the paranormal, and he's horrified. The group travels through the noise, but every time they're in one location, the noise can be heard in a different location.